Hi Year 2, this is your guided reading session for Tuesday the 31st of March. So today I'm going to be reading you a story and your task is going to be to retell the story, so you need to make sure that you're listening very carefully. So the story I'm going to read is called Simon Sock. What do we think this story is about? Of course. It's about a sock called Simon. Simon is extremely stripy. He lives in the sock drawer with all the other socks. It's very cozy in there. Every morning, all the socks in the drawer get very excited. Who will it be today? Then in comes the hand. Pick me, pick me. Everybody waits, holding their breath. And 2 socks get picked to go on an adventure. The sparklies go to parties. The woolies go to the park. The smarts go to school. And the sporties go for the burn. Ready, steady, go. Everybody has a turn. Everyone except Simon. How do you think Simon is feeling about that? I'm not a smelly sock, and I'm not a holy sock. Why don't I ever have a turn? Because you're odd, says Spotty. The other Spotty agrees. Yes, you only get picked if you're a pair. Oh, I didn't realise I was odd, said Simon. Maybe the Spotties are right. If only I was a pair. We could skate, we could bounce, we could hula, we could have so much fun, said Simon sadly. What kind of word is the word sadly? Have a think. Is it an adjective? Is it a noun? Is it a verb or is it an adverb? I've got it, shouts Ted, jumping to his feet. I've got a friend and he's stripy, just like you, Simon. Come on, he lives in the hall. Simon, this is Alphonse. Alphonse, this is Simon. And everything was going well. Until in walked Petra. Oh, silly me, said Ted. I forgot they were already a pair. Don't worry though, Simon. I have another stripy friend. How do you think Simon's feeling now? Simon, meet Shirley, said Ted hopefully. I'm not sure about this, Ted, said Simon. What about Desmond? Said Ted. But Desmond just stared. He's not very chatty, is he? Said Simon. No, not really, replied Ted. But we can't give up now. I have lots of stripy friends. What about Bobby? But I can't swim, whispered Simon. Deborah, the stripy bug? She's very tiny, Ted. I might step on her. What about Jeff? Said Ted. He's very musical. He's very noisy. Hattie, too chatty. Trevor? No way. Well, you'll be pleased to know I've saved the best until last, said Ted proudly. Simon, meet Mr. Twinklepaws. Ooh! Simon had had enough. What does that mean? He'd had enough. It's no good, Ted. I just need to get used to being an odd sock, he said sadly. But then he heard a voice. It was coming from under the drawers. Simon couldn't believe it. I found you, he cried. We're a pair. We can skate, we can bounce, we can hula. What other words can you think of that mean the same as cried? If we talk about it in that sentence, I found you, he cried. Does it mean he's crying or does it mean something else? Think about what other words you can use instead of cried. Come on, said Simon. Let's go out and play. But Simone had other ideas. Oh, I like going out, said a voice. What do you think Simon's thinking now? He's found his pair, but his pair wants to stay in and watch the TV. But Simon wants to go out on an adventure. What must he be thinking? What must he be feeling? Betty gave Simon a wave. This is Betty. She's a banana. Simon waved back. I like playing, said Betty. So they skated and they bounced and they hula hooped. Everyone had to admit that even though they didn't match, they really did make a great pair. The end. So, as I mentioned, your task for today is to retell the story of Simon Sock. I would like you to write it in your learning book, your home learning book, but we need to make sure that we really focus on Simon's feelings during different parts of the story. Is he feeling sad? Is he feeling anxious? Is he feeling excited? Is he feeling happy? And I want you to try and think of some really good adjectives to describe how Simon is feeling throughout the book. Once you've done that, I would like you to take a picture of your work, and that can be put on your portfolio on Dojo, or you can email it to me. I look forward to your stories. Okay, have a great day, Year 2. Bye.